Hey y'all, it is your girl Alex hopping on for our weekly chat and catch up. I am super excited, y'all. I have some fantastic stuff for us to get into this week. Just a lot is going on, and wow, that's all I gotta say. And what is super cool is we have our full moon in Libra this weekend. So, super powerful energies, just a lot of the energetic shifts really going into where you're gonna be asking yourself, if you haven't already, what do you want? Like, what do you want in life? Because there's a lot of just that energetic shift coming into reality right now. And there's going to be a lot of changes if you haven't already seen it. I've been seeing it. I've actually been struggling trying to like keep up, and it's all really good stuff. It's all super positive, but it's a lot. And it's really beautiful though, because that's something that, just I've personally been really challenged on. Time management. Where are you putting things? How is it laid out? Where are you going from point A to point B? What can you get done logically within an hour, or, whatever time frame it is, constructively, right? And these are the tool sets we're going to be needing, because there's a lot of changes coming. If you've been working on yourself, you've been healing your traumas, really digging into yourself and just loving yourself and just ascending higher, right? Creating that high vibrational lifestyle. If you've been working on that, you're going to be manifesting these things. You're going to be putting this is like that most supreme time. And even more excited because I'm a Libra and I'm just like, yes, I think that's why there's so much chaos, and I'm having to find that balance in it. Like last night, I totally screwed up. I was supposed to go to the school board meeting. I thought it was at a separate time. It also conflicted when I had class, so that was a whole hot mess. And so I missed it, but I literally put my communication with the superintendent. I am trying to go with the media on this. So if y'all are in Georgetown, Texas, or around there, our superintendent is fucking up. FYI. And I'm about to put it again to him. I've been emailing him and all of the board of trustees and my kids' principals and their assistant principal, laying out that he's got no logical reason to keep our kids muzzled, right? And the principal and we had a conversation. I was going to say, like, the email I sent, you could tell my tone was intense, because I told him, I said, show me the science, show me the proof, because I've been showing you evidence that actually states the contrary. And if you have solid evidence that states your reason to keep our kids muzzled, and that's the word I used, was muzzled. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, yeah, they should know how, like, intent, like, and I'll even post it public. Let me know what your feedback is. Like, I could have handled it probably a little better by not using the word muzzle, because I know that could be a trigger word, but I didn't give a shit. I did not care. And when I referred to the portion where if people want to choose to wear masks, and I did change my language intentionally there because I don't want it to be derogatory, there are some people who genuinely think that this is going to help keep them safe. That's fine. Like, you're on your own journey. And I have to be cautious about how I word things, because while I feel very passionately and intensely, and I have science-backed studies conducted to say why I call it a muzzle, because it's used for psychological warfare instead of protecting it. But I also understand that these people who are super scared of the V, right? They're like, no, but the mask works, right? And you must be attacking me because you feel this way about it, and your perception is this of it. Mine is this, so I'm going to feel like you're attacking me, right? And I lit his ass on fire. And I have information in the description that even the Texas Education Association, or agency, whatever it's called, came out saying children 10 and under are not required to wear masks. As of this week, my children's entire staff who want to be vaccinated will be fully vaccinated. Why keep them on? There's no logical reason, right? If you want to wear them, absolutely. Cool, man. No problem. But you shouldn't make it. It should be a personal choice. Where does that medical autonomy comes in? And I want to know what y'all think, because I want to know what y'all think, because I don't feel like I'm wrong. And I got some amazing feedback. And even one lady was like challenging me, and I loved it. I was like, because she was bringing up valid points. And her point was, if I was on the receiving end of this, I would feel like it's pretty hostile. And I was like, yeah, point taken. I was like, there's a lot of emotion in it. And I did want to convey that, like I'm blessed with a beautiful skill to be able to incorporate emotion and share that through my writing, however it is. But I also didn't care. I also didn't care about his feelings because he knows he's in the wrong. And I want to encourage everyone else to be standing up for this too. Everyone is standing up to this. If you look at the revised numbers that the CDC, the WHO, all of these people, John Hopkins apparently, I haven't found it. I was told this, so I have not verified this. If y'all have verified it, please let me know. Apparently John Hopkins came out was saying that the muzzles are bad too. I haven't verified it. I was just told it. So I was like, I need to dig into that because I didn't hear that, but that's interesting because they also came out last fall and I have the links. They came out last fall. Shit, I should have put the one about the Wayback Machine. I'm gonna change the description and add it in for this particular one that I'm talking about, that they came out last fall, John Hopkins, that stated that the deaths and everything associated with C19 and what was it, the 65 and up, 60 and up elderly population, everything was on par. For the total death numbers, everything was just mislabeled, right? As the C, right? The V19, whatever you want to call it. Well, that's interesting because all the other deaths and illnesses and everything dropped. It's like everything became the C, right? Everything else dropped. Well, no, it didn't drop. It just was changed, right? And that's what they were talking about in that article. And I was like, this is interesting. So, and I'm presenting this too. Make sure you're adding facts. Make sure you're putting that. Whoa. So she's in the UK, y'all. Beautiful soul, Sharn, posting some great stuff. Which, get on our Telegram. It's in the link too. We're posting all kinds of stuff. And this is where predominantly I'm posting these things because it's so controversial and people just, we're getting like, there's a lot of censorship. So I am streaming this on Facebook. We'll see how long it stays up because I just don't give a fuck because we need to stand up and use our voices. And I'm doing a beautiful throat activation meditation at the end of this because this goes back into using our voices, activating that aspect of our being so that we can use it to project the divine truth. That is what my whole prayer has been. That is why I have been fasting. That is why I have been praying about and just putting in my intentions and my meditations. If you've been watching any of my work on YouTube, you will know this because y'all, we need to use our voices. We need to speak up. We need to be pushing forward to where we stand up as sovereign beings. And really, I saw a post the other day and I was like, I'm trying to remember what it said. It was like, I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of falling to my knees and letting the destiny of my children be up to the deep state or something like that, the evil entities, the people who have been trying to kill off humanity and experimenting on us. And if you don't know anything about this, oh shit, get ready to wake up because it's a lot. It's a lot and it's really fucking awful. Sorry, I'm not trying to curse, but it is. It's really awful. And there's a lot to it. And I mean, literally, what was it? Event 201 in October of 2019? Yeah, because it was right before it was like launched. Operation Lockstep from 2010. Those two specifically dictate exactly what we have seen, including the other strains that are supposedly going on. Really? Dig. All I have to say is dig. Oh, yeah, please. Y'all, I love Shar. She's so amazing. She's from the UK. They're struggling, but they're fighting back there too. See, like everyone is. I was just doing a quick search. Someone was asking about the jabs being redacted in some places, right, where they're being pulled off the shelves. They're not being distributed anymore in some of the countries. And I mean, it's up to 16 of them now. I have just go on DuckDuckGo or Yippee, stay off the Chrome browser or the Adrenochrome browser, stay off that shit and jump on that and you'll find stuff. It's pretty easy if you know how to word it, right? So, I mean, just simple things relating to, shit, I should have put her thing in there. I'm gonna have to put us on here. Beach broadcast. I was just thinking about too, like all of the false flags that are probably very likely going on, just like the one that happened at the Capitol. it started to come out that that was a false flag of the lady getting shot, and I called it, and I know I got roasted, and that's okay. We're allowed to have difference of opinions. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong or indifferent. It's just as of right now, that's what I believe based on these certain things. And I'm going to type it on here so you guys can look in the chat. Beach Broadcast, I think it's .com. She has an amazing video. I was trying to find it. I can't find it, but she has an amazing video, and they have amazing intel on the Santa Surfing channel. So it's either Santa Surfing, her channel got bombed on YouTube. It's completely gone. I can find it a little bit if I have, go look at the saved videos, but she showed a video. This guy literally was going into that store in, what are you doing? My internet was like flagging me. The store that shooting apparently happened at, there's a guy on his phone with his mask down, and like the guy video recording was like, is it still in there? And like he's like, yeah, he's still in there, just like on his phone. You hear like 3 shots fire off, and the guy's like, oh shit, and freaking out and running away, right? And I'm like, okay, if this, I'm not saying it is that place. I don't have enough evidence. This is the first time I've seen it. I can't find it, but she has it. Oh yeah, and then UK. There's a lot of these going on because interestingly enough, all of the gun policies have come up that actually, you know what, who had a fantastic gun policy? Ted Cruz and Josh, I think his name is Grassley, the Crude and Grassley. I was like, there is a couple of small issues where there's issues between links between military communication of like felonies, that system, right? That whatever you want to call it, the criminal system within the military branches and the federal system, they don't communicate. That is an issue. And there was one other small issue that I can't remember what it is now. Y'all go look it up. Go dig yourselves. Go read for yourselves. Go look into it and don't take my word from it. Here's a starting point. Go for it. Because yes, there was like 2 small things that could have been adjusted that would increase safety. These false flags are there. Oh, let's get emotion. Oh my gosh, let's freak out. Because yeah, I don't think any sane human being wants anyone to be shot or killed. I don't want that for anyone. Right? I want us to all just live in our highest sovereign beings. Like, that's what I want. But then when you start waking up to the tactics of things that are going on, you have to ask yourself one question. Just ask yourself one question. Does it make sense? Well, if that video was real, which Santa does amazing work. I really thoroughly vet a lot of her stuff often, and I dig, and I honestly usually end up down other rabbit holes. And I had to start segregating my time because I would literally blow through like 5 hours and not even realize it, just of digging, right? So boundaries within reason, but it was always right. So she's posting this. I was like, I have a pretty good feeling she's got a really good source that has already verified this. So I'm going to put it out there like, okay, if this video is real, why would someone be sitting there on their phone with a shooter in the fucking area? I think most people would be running to their cars, running away, right? Why would you be walking into a building? Why would you be like on your phone, like, where's the shooter? Like, would you do that? And I'm not talking to the people out there who are trained. I have Delilah. She is sitting right over there, which per the bill that is actively being pushed right now, the semi-automatic, it's not just the rifles. They're trying to extend it to handguns and shotguns. Oh, wow. You mean both of my standard self-defense? Don't use them for anything else, right? My girls, they'll be pulled. And taxed if we choose to not relinquish our weapons. Tax, how do you tax an item that's already been bought? I forget what it is called, but research it, dig into it. Please do your research on this. Find out the language specifically because that's fucking terrifying. And it's already passed. It's sitting at the House. Wake up, America. If you haven't already woken up, it's time to wake the fuck up. We are directly under attack. If you can see the screen, I don't have anything else to say. Exactly. Perfect. Y'all have seen some of this too. So you guys, I love you guys. See, we're like amazing. Use this to help get it out to like people who are sleeping because this is really important. And this is worldwide. This isn't just America. Obviously, I'm American. I'm in Texas. I'm up my school board's ass to any other Texan. Like, I think we need to start an ad. Like, there is like advocacy something going on in like my brain of like, how do we actually make it so that these problems stop? Where is the accountability? I don't know. That was placed on my heart. And I don't know if it was just like my ego getting like wound up in like mama bear mode, like tape it down, we got it. We'll be all right. But it's just, y'all, we have to use our voice. We have to use our voice to stand up, feel confident in our own sovereign beings to be able to go forward and stand up for ourselves. It is healthy to have boundaries. It is healthy to tell people, I reject that because you're intruding on me as a sovereign being. You're intruding on my principles. I was just talking to people last night. Do you know about the Nuremberg Code? No, I'm not confusing the trials. I understand that. I'm talking about the code, Nuremberg Code. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please research it and look it up. That's very important. That states as experimental vaccines, they are not allowed to mandate them. So if you're being told you're going to lose your job, you can't do your job in your capacity without the vaccine. Oh, you can't shop here. Can't travel. Can't live your life. Did you know they're in violation of that? But you know what? If you know how to adequately use your weapons that you have accessible, it doesn't matter because you can absolutely take a person out with both of those. One, teach that dog to speak. If you don't have it on command, it can be a slippery slope because then when they're like wanting something, they're like, I made that mistake. That's why I caution with it. But a big old dog and a bat and girl, if you know how to stand just right and I'm just saying, you're better off with tools you understand how to use adequately than things that might be clunky or mishandled, right? I had to learn to reuse a lot of the weapon because I don't have feeling on it burns right now. My whole everything burns. I have nerve issues. So I had to relearn how to grip. And I have had to become ambidextrous in a lot of ways, especially with understanding how my body has had to deal with my injuries, right? And so, but until I won't post the comment because it's got language, but of course, as I curse on here, but yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But see, that's the thing where we're using our voice, where we're able to communicate that, right? For people who are just like, what's going on? Why doesn't they know something is wrong, right? They know something's off. Something in their spirit is just like, don't make sense. But then that's where all of us who've already kind of figured out, we're pretty immersed into the situation, right? I'm still learning stuff. I didn't even know about the ethylene oxide. I can't remember it now, but I posted it on my Telegram and stuff. It's in there, just that rabbit hole. I was just like, holy shit. It's awful. And but we need to help bring these people on, right? And so that's one of the biggest things that I have been really put on my heart. Uriel has been on my heart where he's like, there is going to be so much hurt when the rest of humanity wakes up that the thing that is going to make or break how we ascend and to what magnitude is going to be how much love is on the earth when that happens. How much love do we have to give to these people who are waking up and oh my gosh, what the fuck is going on? And we're like, let me tell you, let me guide you, let me show you. And most of all, most importantly, let me love on you so that we can heal together. There's a lot of stuff that is being done on the down low right now about people who are coming out of that MK Ultra mind fuck that it is, right? They're coming out and they're remembering things that I'm just like, and how to deal with it isn't even what we would think. There is a movie coming out called The Sound of Freedom. And if you don't know what that's about, actually, Sean, she posted it in my Telegram group. Y'all go into that. I'll go post the link again. Oh, I started to watch it and I haven't had a chance to actually watch it because I have a feeling I'm going to need to be in a very proper mindset for this because this isn't like a soft disclosure. This is like a full on disclosure. And oh yeah, look up why the gold casket. Just ask yourself that. Dealing with this. Why the gold casket? Did you know about his tattoos? Who was the police officer that was convicted, or he's in that process of it? The white boy, Chauvin? Because, oh yes, they focused in on the fact that he was white. Because while there are some issues, I'm not saying that there's not any, it is not to the magnitude that they're making it out to be. And I have an inkling that they're part of fueling a lot of that other stuff too, because going back to the shooters and stuff, there's interviews I've seen of these shooters post, like they're like coming out of that mind control. Like that's why I feel so passionate about the word muzzle, because when you physically have a barrier over your mouth, you are easier to psychologically fuck with. You're already having your voice taken away. You're already being muzzled. No, don't talk. Don't talk until we say you can. Us as the 3,000 to the what, 8 billion of us? Really? Australia had the same thing. No, I'm excited. Thank you. We're going to do one. And I got a surprise too to do the activation. I'm really excited. But this has just been so heavy on my heart, and just Archangel Michael has been channeling a lot of this stuff. And like the three of them, they're like my little triad, which 3 is like the number for me too. So it's kind of funny. But between love, just love, and it starts with us, y'all. It starts with us to being able to love ourselves. We have to have a respect and love for ourselves first. So if you don't have that, at least working on that self-love to where, and it's not this egotistical aspect, it's just a healthy respect for ourselves, our beings, having that ability to say no and set healthy boundaries, that's key. Because when we can express it on the inside, we can manifest it and turn it, because it's a mirror. It's a two-way mirror. How we project and what we project into the world is a reflection of us, right? And so if we can't love ourselves, take care of ourselves, oh my gosh, y'all, if you are struggling, I love it so much when people set those healthy boundaries where they're like, I can only handle this in bits. I will reach out to you and ask you when I'm ready and tell you then. And I'm like, yes, I love that. Keep doing it, because that's so important. You are like, every one of us has our different tolerances. It's all based on experiences, conditionings, body, mindset, so many factors. So if you need that, I need it too. I need time to like, I started putting limits on like my phone and when I access it and who has what access to me, right? And at what times and things of that nature, because I need to get things done and I need to have these healthy boundaries. We all do. So please keep doing that if you are doing it, right? Absolutely. It is hard. It was hard. It took me for years. I still have to work at it. It's not like, oh, cool, I got there, I'm done. No, you got to keep working at it. And so it's like, okay, it becomes second nature and you just start automatically checking yourself. But it is a process and you're going to mess up. I messed up last night. I messed up last night missing that school board meeting because I didn't set enough time to like focus on how to of the proper schedule to double check I said it. I just skimmed through it and I messed up the times. I messed up last night. That was really important. This was a really like pinnacle kind of time that I should have been there. And I wanted to be there. I wanted to have this discussion. So if you mess up or things happen, I mean, I'm not saying it's the event is okay. I'm saying it's okay. Take a deep breath and try again. It's okay. Keep going forward because it's not so much about the mistake or the event in the moment as much as it is what do you do on the other side of it? How do you show up and respond? Where are you going with that, right? Ooh. Oh. Well, damn. Okay, it's not out. See, and I hadn't even watched it yet because I hadn't set the time I wanted to, and I was just like, so okay, it's not out yet. I will keep y'all posted because I think this is going to be a very important movie. Um, it's going to be super important that it gets out. Yeah, and you know what too, like that's why I always say, like, at this moment in time, with the amount of evidence and things I have been shown to be true, this is where I'm forming my understanding of whatever, right? Because it's going to change. And I mean, it's not necessarily going to like totally change. You just might have like a stronger or not a strong opinion towards something because maybe there were some other feelings. You still feel like this is the thing, but your intensity behind it may shift, right? When I was told that my kids were still going to be muzzled at school, even though the state relinquished the mandate, we've had, um, all of the things going on like at our school. Like we've had like no cases, very little information about it. Um, oh, that's good to know. They're saying that the Sound of Freedom, if there is a link for it, I did not watch the link. It was like xyz.com. I've never been to the site before. I saw it and like I rewatched the trailer and I was like, I need to set like space for this. I wanted to try to do it this weekend, but I guess that's not happening. Oh well, that's okay. Um, but really getting back into that space where you can use your voice. Oh, and that's where I was going with that, where I reached out. I'm like, okay, this is what you're wanting to do. Why are you doing this? Because your undertones and everything else and your previous statement, just the way it all worked, right? Use your voice to speak up. And so, on that, I want to do our throat activation and meditation. I'm going to get my crystal music bowl and my meditation partner. I've got my throat activation. Yeah. I have a guest to join us. Yes. Oh, hello, sweetheart. She's been sleeping at my feet this whole time. Ah, that sucks. I know that there's definitely different laws with different countries. I posted a video on YouTube, and it was a snippet of a documentary showing the after effects of children who have been rescued and what they look like and just their condition. And I want to cry right now. It's awful. And so it flagged me and said like, oh, certain countries it can't be shown in. And I was like, of course. Yeah. She's just chilling, sleeping at my feet. Now my foot is cold. And of course, I felt how fitting, right, that her mama is named Roxy or Roxanne Ritchie because she talks a lot. And it's not like necessarily the howl, it's just like, so yeah, her name is Roxy. So how fitting that one of her puppies, the girl, the only girl of the litter, join us on our throat activation. Oh, all right, y'all. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Feel into the point of contact to the ground as you feel its grounding energy pulling you into it. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into that love, that grounding energy as it pulls you down. Feeling into that current, that flow as you're grounding your body into the ground. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feeling into the ground, I want you to focus your energy upward as you feel like a waterfall coming down through the top of your head and feeling the water flowing over your body. Feel the cool rush of water as it falls from the top of your head down over your face, your shoulders, your chest, down into the feet of you on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel that cool, divine, crystalline energy as it runs over your body, feeling that cool sensation all over your body as it goes down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Imagining this beautiful blue light coming from your throat, feeling into this divine energy where you are able to envision this beautiful blue light shining bright and as far as the eye can see. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel into this beautiful energy, activating energy that ignites every cell in your being that is associated with standing up for yourself and speaking the divine truth. As you feel this beautiful divine crystalline energy wounding up into this beautiful bright blue ball, take a deep breath in. Let it out. Imagine this beautiful blue light shining even brighter, having even more confidence and in self-assurance in yourself, your capability to formulate the proper words so that the listener can adequately understand, to where you can feel that proper message just flow through your soul as smooth as melted butter. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feel this beautiful crystalline waterfall as it falls over your body, and you feel it washing over your throat. Any dark spots, hindrances, or things that are trying to stop you from using your voice are fully cleansed so that it shines even brighter to this beautiful bright being on the earth plane. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Coming back into your body, feeling into the ground. Feeling this beautiful divine energy, giving your voice more power than it's ever had before, standing into your own confidence in your divine sovereign body and as this beautiful divinely created soul. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Feeling into the ground as this beautiful divine energy having just washed over your body. Feeling that cleansing confidence in your spirit. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Come back into your own. Oh, yay. I know, right? She's just like, hey, I was snuggled there. Y'all, this is like the type of activations I talk about that we're, creating in that consciousness theory. Look at this. They're amazing. He doesn't win. Oh, that is so funny. I don't know much about birds, but if you can like handle it in a way that it feels loving, find pressure points. Find pressure points on the bird of wherever they're at. One of these guys is right here. Same thing with people. And the other is right here behind their ears. And like doing that in like a rhythmic trance with like the perfect amount of pressure will just like zap them into the calm aspect. When I used to work with clients whose dogs suffered with anxiety, or it's fantastic for increasing your bond with your animal, whatever animal it is. So establishing that trust, you can do these things where it not only brings this beautiful bonding energy, but you really establish trust with the animal. And just as those two energies are flowing together, it like really strengthens it and gets them to stop being obnoxious should they start to that behavior. That, of course, unless he's like doing it because he knows it's antagonizing to you or things of that nature, because I know parrots are really smart. That's a whole other deal. And that's like discipline and all the things on that aspect. But oh no, that's so funny. Ooh, play meditation music too. That's what I do for these guys a lot. I'm always playing meditation music too. That'll help like decrease the anxiety and trust building exercises. However that looks with the parrot, I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with that. But there's a lot of research that you can find online. I'm sure you can find it. So I hope this helped. Y'all, we have a beautiful full moon prayer, meditation, intention setting because this, like, it's go time, y'all. If you guys have been like activating and meditating and like working on yourself, this weekend is go time. Like, it really starts to launch. So I want y'all between now and Saturday night, I want you to really think about like, what do you want to do? Like, really ask yourself that question. What do I want to do? If I could do anything, no limits, no boundaries, anything, what would that look like? Because we are going to be doing all kinds of intention setting on Saturday night. I love you guys.